true indeed that we find ourselves at the very spot from which we waited for Raila Odinga last week, only for him to appear in Nairobi CBD at the Serena Hotel. We hope that it will be a bit different today because we arrived here a couple of minutes ago to see whether this time we will get to capture the Azimio leader as he exits his home here in Mwitu Estate. We have not again been allowed through the entrance to Mwitu Estate. Like I said last week, this is a situation. Raila Odinga's residence is about 1.5 kilometers from that particular barrier that you're seeing. Somewhere you head straight, then pan left. That is where the Azimio leader lives, and that is where we hope to find him. However, today we are still waiting for Raila Odinga at his residence, and from wherever again he will be spotted from at NTV. My colleague Eric Isinta and myself will be ready to catch up with him and just cover this particular demonstrations live. But Olive, a couple of minutes ago, Raila Odinga has actually tweeted and stating that Maandamano Mondays and Thursdays are still on. That is to show that he is not going to stop this, as the government is stating. And remember, this comes at a time when they already are accusing government officials, including Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, of an intention to sort of, these are the allegations that we have not confirmed, but we have seen these posts being posted, especially on Raila Odinga's Twitter handle, that the Deputy President could be planning to sort of interfere with their demonstrations. Of course, we know that we may get to hear from the office of the Deputy President later. But then again, from last week on Monday, we have seen Azimio state that they will still follow or push through with their plan. Remember, initially by last week on the 20th of March, it was a one-day Maandamano. That was on 20th, or on Monday rather. But on their press conference on Tuesday, they stated now that this particular Maandamanos will be done every Monday and Thursday, just to ensure what they call, according to their own words, illegitimate regime answers to the questions they have. Olive, remember, Raila Odinga, even in his forays the last couple of days, maintaining his resolve that the issues he wants to be addressed include the cost of living. It also includes the opening of IEBC servers to ensure that the winner of the elections, the last year's elections, is known. It also includes halting of the recruitment of IEBC commissioners because he says the process right now is not all involving. He says that the President, William Ruto, and the government is having an upper hand in terms of appointing IEBC commissioners, because according to the just amended act, according to Raila Odinga, it gives the President and the government an advantage of having more people in the IEBC selection panel. So Raila Odinga says that that entire exercise has to be redone. Only remember, we waited for Raila Odinga from this particular point last week, and we did not get to see him leave. So we cannot ascertain whether on the night or to Monday, on the 20th of March, Raila Odinga spent the night at his house. Equally, we cannot ascertain whether the other Azimio leaders, including Kalonzo Musyoka, Martha Karua, Jeremiah Kioni, and the rest, spent their nights at their houses. It is also a possibility that they did not spend their nights at their houses because, like they say, the police have already stated this as an illegal Maandamano. You heard from Inspector General of Police Japhet Koome yesterday. So there is a possibility that the leaders may want not to be known in terms of where they are, because just in case they are known, there are also those claims of a planned arrest for these particular leaders. So they would not want a situation, rather, Olive, where their plans will be nipped in the bud, where the leaders are stopped from accessing where their supporters will be from us early. So that explains why last week we did not see Raila Odinga leaving his residence. We may also experience the same situation today, but I want to assure our viewers that we are keeping tabs with everyone who is around Raila Odinga to also know where he will be spotted from. Last week he was not able to go to State House as was the plan. He was also not able to access Nairobi CBD. Let's see how different it will be today, because according to the police, they will allow people to walk into town, but not anyone who is armed or anyone who they suspect suspect will be coming to cause violence. It will be interesting to see how the police will assess who's coming in for the demonstrations and who's coming in for their own private business. But of course, that statement by Inspector General of Police Japhet Koome already having iked the Azimio leaders and stating that, look, guy, according to Article 37 of the Constitution, you have no role in stating that or in outlawing Maandamano in the country, because Maandamano, according to Article 37, is enshrined in the Constitution, and everyone has a right to assemble, to protest and to picket and to also present petitions to authorities. So this is a standoff that already the stage has been set, and especially with President William Ruto out of the country, it will be very interesting to see whether Raila Odinga today will be focused on heading to State House or whether he will head to Harambee House or Harambee House Annex. Remember, there is that invitation from Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua when he spoke in Migori County over the weekend and stated that I will be at my office, come and face me. So whether Raila Odinga and his supporters will take this particular invitation by Rigathi Gachagua, that is something we shall be seeing, and whether the police will also allow Raila Odinga to access town and head to these particular offices where the presidency is, that is Harambee Avenue, where Harambee House and Harambee House Annex are, is also something we shall see. It is also interesting, Olive, and we shall be keeping an eye to see what President William Ruto will be saying of this particular protests in his visit of Germany and Belgium. Remember, he is out there to ink deals on behalf of the Republic of Kenya. Yet back at home, there is an opposition that calls his regime illegitimate. So it will be keen, or will be very keen, to see how President William Ruto addresses the international community or the countries that he is visiting in relation to what is happening back at home. Will he just brush it aside, or will he say, how exactly will he address this on what is happening? So, Olive, we are here. The moment we hear where these particular leaders will be spotted, our viewers are sure to get it in a way that only we at NTV can. We have, like I said, Eric Isinta, who last week was very unfortunate to be a victim of water cannons, but this time he tells me he is ready again, all in terms of giving our viewers the best. So, Olive, we are waiting at Mwitu Estate. This is on Mwitu Road, just off Kirarapon Road at Raila Odinga's residence. In case we get to see him, our viewers will get those live pictures even as Raila Odinga heads to town. But on our way here, Olive, the situation is not very different from what we saw last week. Pockets of people at Matatu stages clearly having, showing that there is a very small number of public service vehicles which is transporting people to and out of town today, because this is not usual on Ngong Road, where yes, there are usual commuters from this particular area, but there usually is enough number of public service vehicles to transport them to their various destinations. But today we are seeing a clear evidence of shortage of matatus, because people are seeming stranded. Pockets of people are stranded at the various Matatu stages. We shall, of course, also be seeing how this unfolds in case public service vehicles will go back to the road and just offer service, because according to the police, everyone should go back to work. Should go to work. According to the police, everyone should go about their business normally, and they will not allow anyone to sort of interfere with the flow of life and the flow of the usual business. So, Olive, that is what so far we can update our viewers from here. We have kept an eye on Raila Odinga from Monday last week to where he was yesterday in church in Embakasi East constituency. And remember, even yesterday they insisted that the Maandamanos are on, even as the police are saying, look, this we will not allow.